Good morning. It is Friday morning, and I apologize in advance again for my voice. Although you might not know about my voice until you see another video, and I haven't finished editing that one. So, first off, look at all the bees on the broccoli flowers. Just doing business. Thankfully, these are the only brassicas that are flowering currently. From all the research that I've done, it's kind of a bad idea to save the seeds from brassicas if more than one variety is currently in bloom, because it can basically cross-contaminate the seeds, and you just won't end up with a true seed. So nothing else here is blooming, which is great. As you can see, well, that's not a brassica, so don't worry about that, but Brussels sprouts, none of those are blooming yet. And my cauliflowers aren't anywhere near that. This is unfortunate, but I didn't get a single broccoli head out of these broccoli. We had they're just as bad as kids. Anytime you're on the phone, they want to interrupt. Anyway, so these have been out here for a very long time. I got them out very early spring. And they did amazingly. And then it started to heat up. And then all of a sudden we got about 5 days worth of frost. And like froze down to like 30, 31 degrees. And like I said, 5 days total. And then right after those 5 days, we all of a sudden boosted to in the 90s and hotter than heck. And so literally my broccoli just started sending up these frail little shoots of broccoli spears, but never got an actual head of broccoli. And so I figured, well, we're not going to consider this a complete loss, because we will be able to harvest seeds for next year. And not only that, but probably the most nutritious part of a broccoli are the leaves and the stalks. So once these, before they all are able to be, all the seeds will be able to be saved, we will be pulling off some leaves and some stalks. And I will be freeze drying those and turning them into powder and mixing them with the kale that I have been... The whole purpose of me growing kale this year was to freeze dry this my Russian red kale right there, and then I have some more right over here. And the whole purpose of doing kale, because my husband doesn't really care for it, but I enjoy it in my smoothies. Anyway, the purpose of doing that was to capsulize for one son in particular that does not eat his vegetables very well. And then my youngest collegiate athlete who plays baseball, and he's back on the West Coast this summer playing ball, and I figured it would be something that I could shoot off to him so that he makes sure he's getting his goods too. So anyway, unfortunate event with the broccoli this year, but again, we're still going to reap the benefits. So, fun fact, if you don't know about seed saving with a broccoli, the flowers are not what produces your seeds. If you see, Can you see these little things right here, and here, and here, and here? There'll be little pods. There'll be little pods, and the seeds will actually be lined up in the pods. So almost imagine like a really, really, really skinny green bean. And that is what, well, so I guess what I need to take back is that it doesn't come from the actual flower. Like, you know, usually flowers will have, like on multiple other plants, the flowers will fall off and then the seeds will be left behind. But if you look, so here was a flower, but now it's got the bean or the little pod coming out. And so, see, you can see flower and then the pod coming out. So that pod is what will have the seeds in them. So, I mean, it does come from the flower, but it's just really cool how the flower then becomes a pod. So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to bring you back and show you how we will go ahead and harvest those, because we will have to wait until they turn brown. And because if you try to do them while the pod is still green, it won't be a mature enough seed to do anything for us next year. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe and come back and see future videos we put together.